Hello, foodies, and welcome back to another episode of Food in Review Shorts. Today's episode is made possible by a Skybox holder, Daniel R. So a special shout out to him. Today is Wednesday, November 13th. My name is John, and I'm back from a wonderful event in Scotland. Before we kick off the content side of today's show, a big shout out to Chris, aka the Food in Review Teddy Bear, for making this event possible, of course. And of course, a shout out to Kirsty, Rick, John, Graham, Caden, Ryan, Nathan, Callum, and Pete for joining us at any time this weekend. And of course, a big special personal shout out to Derek for the wonderful gifts and a tour of your own special football museum. We had drinks, we had dinners, we watched footy on the telly and at Ibrox. We played darts, pool. By the way, I still go unbeaten in our events, so join us next time when the event is agreed to take me off that title. And did I mention we had a lot of drinks? A lot of drinks. For real though, what a community we have, and our special thanks for everyone that tunes into our show and joins us on these events. It's what keeps us going and shows how this community is the absolute best. And of course, with that comes the obligated plug. The Patreon keeps us going as well. So check out patreon.com/food and review to support us even better and get some awesome things in return. Because, of course, I was traveling, my schedule is a little bit, off track, which means I will be back to making all the exclusive Patreon content. And next week, talk about content. It is content o'clock on this Wednesday evening. It is content o'clock. I came back into a very negative scene, unfortunately, where the content was, really, really meh. And I did mention that I've seen it before Black Friday last year, and I do expect, or shall I say, hope, a whole lot from next week's promotion. But what is going on until then? We had an awesome show. We should check it out if you haven't already. On Tuesday, episode 638 with Daniel, Shaq, and Nathan, where they take a deep dive into the current state of the game and the content side. And well, let's find out today if the content is on its way back. Looking at Team of the Week number 9, a 100 player SBC and a Kelley O'Hara SBC. And I think it's time that I want to start with probably the Kelley O'Hara SBC, since she came out yesterday after the rest of the crew recorded that show. And remember, if you are, of course, on YouTube watching this or on Spotify, you can check out the video version. Now that means you now have the SBC on your screen as well. So Kelley O'Hara, a left back, or I should say a right back that can also play left back. She is coming in up around 127,000 coins currently. It is an attacking wingback. I should say, let's start with this 3-star skill move, 3-star weak foot, 165 centimeters with 5'5". She is short and lean. Important. If she's a right back, she can play attacking wingback plus and a wingback plus. And if she's a left back, she can play wingback plus or attacking wingback plus. So she loses the attacking the wingback plus if she's on the left side. With a 3-star weak foot, though, I am unsure she's also right-footed if you want her to actually play left back. But on the other hand, you could definitely at least have the option to do so. I would play her right back if I'm quite honest. On her playstyle, she has the rapid plus and the ping pass with the jockey, the quick step, and the long throw. The rapid plus is, of course, definitely something to keep in mind there. Pretty fast, 90 pace generally speaking, so 89 acceleration and a 90 sprint speed. Pretty decent dribbling with 80 composure, 86 ball control, and 85 agility. Most important, she's a defender skill. Can she defend well? She has 86 defensive awareness, 82 interception, 86 standing tackle, and 87 slide tackle, which for a fullback, actually pretty good. Her passing stands out a little bit as well. 85 crossing with pink pass plus, or when regular pink pass, I should say, pretty nice with 89 jumping, but only an 84 stamina, which means this fullback, if you put her on her preferred wingback plus plus, I think she might run out of stamina throughout the game. But it's not that bad, but I do see that that will happen. If I'm quite honest, I think 130,000 coins for a right back of this caliber is pretty darn decent. Maybe a little bit on the expensive side, but then again, this is not the first. I think Morgan is actually, now I'm thinking about, Morgan might still be able to do so. Let's check that quickly out for you guys, because of course that is a nice link. She expired, unfortunately, on the 11th on 11 this Monday. So you can't do Morgan anymore. But the team of the week brings a new colleague which you can partner her up with. And if you've done Morgan, I think O'Hara is actually a pretty cool addition to your team. The design, of course, once again, is something they do nail at EA this year. So, in my honest opinion, O'Hara, pretty cool SBC. Not a must do, but definitely a could do. Talking about could do. This is the most controversial SBC we've got in a while. It is the Centurion's 100 upgrade. And the Centurion's 100 upgrade, the name says it all. It means you can earn a pack that contains 100 player items. Well, which if they were gold, could be pretty cool, won't it? Unfortunately, there are, I should say, 25 bronze players in this. There are 30 silver players in this. There are 25 common golds in this. And there are 20 rare golds in this as well, with one guarantee to be 84 rated or higher. The SBC comes in around 65,000 or 63,000 currently to do. And here it comes. 100 players is pretty cool. Last year we had the same SBC, but it was quite a lot cheaper and we got more rare golds. It's pretty hard to get like a decent amount of fodder. The guy spoke about it yesterday. I think it's hard to grind your way up there. Getting 100 player items when there are no like big ways of grinding your way up there. I don't think the silver and bronze play too much. Common goals, well, we got so many of those 75 times 35 player specs in the last couple of weeks from rewards, for example, and I don't never get anything in those. Basically, how I see this spec, and I might be a little bit too strict here. I am pretty aware of it, and I don't want to crash the party because the party's already on its way down lately. But I see this as you spend 60k, you spend 3 squads, and in those squads are 2 team of the weeks. I forget it correctly, so I think that's pretty steep. You spend 3 squads, including 2 team of the weeks, to get 20 rare players, which you know at least one will be 84 rated. But be honest, it's probably 84 rated, and most of the gold cards aren't that special either currently. Of course, you can get one of the special cards from it, but chances are slim already. I think this Centurion's 100 upgrade is EA's equivalent of a Wednesday evening IQ test. And I am not going to fail for this IQ test, and I would fail. I would just skip it if I'm honest. I think it doesn't make any sense. And the reason why I get people are negative or people are a little bit down on the game is this. You give 100 players out of this. What's the harm in making a 100 player pack, even if it's 60, 70k? Why not make it, you know what, 30 rares and 70 common players? There's enough gold in the game anyways, and it's really hard to get common golds. I do it. I could use an SBC. I could use like fodder to grind up later on. I have a problem getting regular gold cards. What's the harm of it? Why wouldn't you be getting people into getting this? Why would you bring the general feeling on the game even down even more than it was before it? Getting a 100 player pack should be something special. It shouldn't be all calculated to do this. So I am really, really disappointed by the package, you might know. Honestly, for 63,000, if you would have to spend money on to do it, I would honestly just use that money to buy um, cinema ticket for another Centurion Gladiator 2 and just spend my evening there instead of doing this SBC. Of course, people will get lucky here. I know. I it's a hard skip for me. Um, and that's the issue, which the guys discussed yesterday as well. If I look at my own club situation, there's been a while since I've done an SPC. I would sometimes do the camo SPCs, but I stopped with them this week. We had the 88 max icon SPC. I think that was borderline value. You could maybe get away with it, but the previews were actually a lot better. Uh, we're at a stage where if you're critical at doing SBCs and not doing SBCs because they are there, like I, for example, do, I try to be very critical at it. There's actually not much fodder needed because you're not doing much SBCs any. My club is stacked. Like I've got 100 on my transfer list, 100 on my dupes list, and it's all gold or rare rated golds usually. But I have no way of actually spending them. And if there's an SBC coming, we have to spend 3 teams with 2 team of the weeks to get another 20 rare gold plays back. It sounds a bit too much for me, honestly. On to some good news though, because I was checking out the team of the week in number 9. I think it's number 9 at least. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's number 9. So team of the week, number 9. And I kept saying we had 2 really bad team of the week so far. And every other team of the week included one big card, and the rest was sort of mad. That's been the general trend so far. So here's the kicker. This week, when I look at team of the week number 9, I think this is the best team of the week we've had so far. Period. The best team of the week we've had so far. Counter argument, there's just 2 players that are worth more than, let's say, 100,000. Those are, of course, no, maybe even 60,000. I think every single player is under 60,000. Yes, Saint Maximum comes in 55,000. The player we've got TOTW 89 striker, pretty cool card actually, comes in at 51,000. We've got Joao Pedro at 35. Lavelle, the partner of course for O'Hara, at 30,000, and Hemp coming in at 23,000 already. The big guns here though are of course Salah coming in at 970,000 once we're getting in. We have Bellingham, which got a special card. I expected Vinicius, but we got Bellingham, but he did score, of course, so that's fine as well. Getting a card worth 700,000, a 91 rated Cam plus plus, really cool card. But everyone else is pretty cheap. But cheap isn't bad, and that's why I am also still convinced. Not only value-wise, this is the best team of the week, but generally player-wise, Kotato, let's zoom in on Kotato for a sec, is a 4-star 89 rated striker. She has the false 9 plus plus, and she has the power header plus, press proven, the regular Travella, and the aerial and the stats in all the right places. And she's already dropping her price. I think that's a pretty cool card. Hemp, we all know, could be a really cool card. Awesome crossing, 3-star weak foot, which is all right, but she's left winger and she is, of course, left footed. She's got the 94 crossing with 88 curve, 89 stamina for left winger, which is really cool. 91 agility, 92 balance, really cool stats. Very fast, 92 acceleration with 91 sprint speed. And she has the whip pass, the regular finesse shot, the rapid, and the first touch. Travella and the quick step. I think an 87 regular card like Hemp, even though the boosts above the regular card aren't that much, some really good value, really cool card. Same goes, of course. I mean, Salah, terrific card, can't really argue there either. But I think the Lavelle card, still as well, pretty cool card. I don't think there's much wrong with Freigang, 4-star, 3-star, but she comes currently in at 17,000 for a pretty cool cam that can also play striker. Like, nothing wrong there either. Um, And if I look at the bench, I think Moise Keane at 91 pace comes in at 13,000. There are pretty cool cards in this. Of course, you want to go for Bellingham, you want to go for Salah. I know these are like the high hitters of this team of the week, but there are plenty of cards in there which aren't actually that bad, and I can only applaud that. So generally speaking, I think this is the best. I didn't even mention Di Maria, which is of course a fan favorite and has actually a pretty good season at Benfica. But I think this, generally speaking, is a really good team of the week. Um, but yeah, I hope you back one of the big guys. But even if you don't, plenty of options still in the team, which could be worth it. This Friday, we have a new promo, and I wanted to check out what that promo was, but we got already some bugs in the game because when we saw the promo this weekend or this evening, we already saw it's called TrackStars. So I'm looking forward to see what that was. But they used some images that they actually can't really use, unfortunately. So there was a little bit of a mistake there. They used the old logos for the Serie A and the League Un McDonald's instead of the current one. So that's a little bit of a shame. And I think I also saw a weird club logo. That mistake out of the way, though, and a new promo is called TrackStars. And I think it's going to be a big build up for, well, Black Friday, or at least I definitely hope so. So we'll be back this Friday. We will not make a shorts on this Thursday because I will be focusing on making some content for our patrons. And usually the Thursday before one of these promos is basically just a marquee matchup. If something big does hit, I might jump on for a quick recording, but don't expect it this Thursday. I will be back Friday with full team on episode 639. Time flies when you're having fun. Again, thank you for tuning in, Almas. Even though the game lets you down, remember, we won't let you down. We'll be here making content until, well, we run out of energy or we run out of money. We'll see which one goes first. But until then, we're all aiming for at least hitting at least episode 1000 at the end of the year, sometime next year. Uh, just kidding, though. Of course, we'll be doing this. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for tuning in. Let me know in the Spotify and YouTube comments what is it what keeps you going currently in FC 25, and of course, as always, leave any comments, any feedback, any suggestions or ideas for this pod in that same comment. And well, who knows? Maybe you win another hat if you keep keeping in those comments. Thanks so much. That leaves me. Let's see if I can still do this with one thing left to do, and that is to drop it.